Death Note is a series where you get to see a lot of mind games. So it's just natural that we are seeing some lies or just the truth being a bit expanded on. Examples for such lies are obvious stuff like the name changes from L, for example, Light who is playing to catch Kira to be safe, or just any manipulation Light took on everybody, if you wanna say it like that. But that's not the type of lie I wanna talk about in this video. There's one particular lie in this entire show that spreads through the entirety of the complete series and is only revealed at the end of the manga. In the anime, you live with that lie. You won't know that it's a lie. You've been lied on, if you wanna say it like that. But not in a negative way. That's not saying that Death Note took some weird shit and said something stupid which destroys everything. Nah, that's an in-universe lie, if you wanna say it like that. And it was established at the first episode. It was established at the beginning and revealed at the end, which is very interesting. So let's get back to the first episode. What did we see in there? We had the beginning of Ryuk sitting in the Shinigami realm, talking about his boredom. We have Light sitting in his class in a human world, having the same problems. We hear in the background how a teacher talks about God. The Death Note falls to the ground, Light picks it up, working himself up into using it, and then we get Ryuk who joins Light in his house and telling him about the Death Note. Some core rules like that the Death Note that fell into the human world belongs to the human world and the human who picked it up is the rightfully owner of the Death Note. How only he himself can see the Shinigami whose Death Note it was, in that case Ryuk's Death Note. That there are no drawbacks in using the Death Note except for that if the time comes that you have to die, your name will get written into the Death Note of the Shinigami, and that everybody who uses this Death Note can't end up in a heaven or hell, but instead ends up in the Mu, which is the nothingness. And of course the most important thing Ryuk shows us, he loves apples. And the thing is, I already told you the lie. And if you didn't catch it, let me just say it straight up. The lie Ryuk told to us is within the sentence that that person who uses the Death Note won't end up in a heaven or hell, but instead in the Mu. And that for itself isn't a lie, but the lie is hidden within that sentence. And it's the point that heaven or hell themselves exist, which isn't the case in the world of Death Note. And that was revealed in chapter 107, which was the chapter where Light Yagami dies. So, literally at the end of Death Note. Few seconds before Light dies, we get a little flashback of that scene from episode 1 from chapter 1, where Ryuk told him all of this. And we see a little response from Light. Can't go to heaven or hell. That's taught me everything, Ryuk. It just means that there is no heaven or hell, right? And Ryuk responds with, you really are something. I thought all humans seriously believed in heaven and hell, but yeah, you are absolutely right. There is no heaven or hell. No matter what you do, while you are alive, everybody goes to the same place once you die. Death is equal. Which is a pretty hard statement, I wanna say. And the chapter ends off with a black page after Light dies, and on it says, all humans will, without exception, eventually die. After they die, the place they go is Mu, the nothingness. And that's something you will only see in a manga. The anime doesn't include this at all. And that takes a bit of a darker tone from the manga, because it just shows that Light Yagami, the one who passed judgment on hundreds upon thousands upon I don't know how many people, will just end up exactly like them. He isn't a higher being. Death is equal. What they all experience will be the same thing, he's just one of them at the end. And that's how the arc of Kira, of Light Yagami, comes to an end. And it's interesting that it is revealed at the end of the manga, since we've got a lot of discussionable stuff while Death Note was running. For example, Light Yagami against Ray Penber. Before he killed Ray Penber, he had him use the Death Note himself. And with the established rules from the beginning that Ryuk told us, we were thinking, oh damn, Ray Penber used the Death Note now, he can't go to heaven or hell. This is really messed up that Light did even give him judgment that goes way beyond the death itself. But at the end, it's not the case. At the end, everybody end up there. And it's funny that Ryuk just said it out loud that there's no heaven and hell when you use the Death Note and stuff like that, even though he knows that there's no heaven and hell, just because he thought that every human believed strongly in it. So Ryuk was straight up telling the biggest lie at the beginning of the series, which ended up revealed at the end of the series. Which is a little detail that I thought was really interesting, and I never saw anybody talking about it, so I just wanted to try to make this video here. I hope you find it as interesting as I thought it was, and I would really recommend you to read the manga of Death Note if you love the anime already, because the manga expands on so many things, so many stuff was cut out in the anime. It's sad if you know both stories how much is just missed in the anime. I don't know if this was a right sentence, I don't care. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. This was the biggest lie in Death Note. Subscribe to this channel if you wanna see more Death Note or anime related stuff. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and see you next time. Bye!